Hello, friends. So, as we know, patience is probably not one of my strongest points. So, I remember when I first started talking about the Black experience, and lots of other people were talking about the Black experience and their experience in the world of work, in society, and. After about the first, so let's go back to what beginning of June, right? And I remember when everyone was kind of doing the black square and the hashtag and the brown and the no, the black and the white hands, like we're together, we stand in solidarity and all of that stuff. I remember there was a lot of people who were saying, well, where are the statements? Where are this? Where are this? Where are this? Because I was one of those people. Like, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? And there were white people, because I'm just going to say it, who went, oh, hold on, people. You cannot judge the heart of a business because they haven't said anything straight off the bat. They're taking their time because they want to make sure that they say the right thing and they want to commit because they're doing a lot of work internally before they are then ready to go out and say, this is what they're going to do. But it doesn't mean that they're not doing the work. So my thing is, I'll give you that bly for like the first week, possibly 10 days. Like, I really don't want to, but I'm going to give it to you. When you fast forward 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever, and we still can't see shit. And when I say we still can't see anything, what I mean is there are still CEOs, because I don't like, the thing is, I don't like to use the word companies because it almost like takes away the responsibility from the fact that companies are run by individuals. Companies are not sentient beings. So CEOs, board of directors, like whoever, there are still CEOs who have done nothing, meaning they haven't spoken to their employees about it. They haven't spoken to their black employees about this, even from a space of, you know, trying to support them, trying to center them, trying to amplify their voices, trying to hear what they're like, really hear what their experiences are. They haven't done that. And listen, I know they haven't done that because people tell me. And these are CEOs of well known businesses, well known brands that are still not doing anything. All of this time, it doesn't take 6 to 7 weeks for you to decide you're going to talk to your people. It doesn't take 6 to 7 weeks to decide that you're going to speak to your black employees. It doesn't take 6 to 7 weeks for you to figure out whether or not you as a business are going to commit to being anti-racist. So I want to know, what's the hold up? Clearly, I know what's the hold up. Because I see these same brands and businesses sudden jumping on for every other something. Every other something. And this is the thing, this is why, when people say, oh, but Shereen, don't you think sometimes you're being a bit unfair because you're judging these businesses, not individuals, because lo and behold, you're judging these businesses based on what they publicly commit to. And I said, yes, I am. And I said, the reason why, if they were silent, full stop, if they were a business that never advertised, that didn't have their employees and their directors posting stuff all over social media channels, then do you know what? I'd allow that. But they're not, because they've got plenty to say when they've got a product or service to sell, when they've got a webinar to go and run, when they're trying to do all of this stuff to show that they're supporting the community. So if they've got plenty of things to say, then I go back to my point. Why is it taking like 6 to 7 weeks to show your black colleagues some support? Why is it taking you 6 to 7 weeks to publicly commit to doing what you can do to eradicate systemic racism and inequality within your business, or what you can do to make sure that your business is anti-racist, not racist? It doesn't take that long. If a client of your business said that they were going to pull their cash because if you don't do X, Y, and Z, And let's imagine it's within your gift to fix that. Don't tell me it's going to take you 6 to 7 weeks to go. You're just going to go, oh, hold on. The thing is, we as Black people don't matter enough for some businesses and some leaders to prioritise removing the barriers that stop us from progressing and having opportunity. We matter according to our ability to make you money, but then even then, do you know what? Some CEOs still haven't got the memo because their businesses are still very homogenous. We're still seeing these bar charts to show, these are the companies and how they perform when they don't have diverse teams. And then look at the, 10 point, 15 point, 20 point difference. These are the companies that, have diverse teams by ethnic diversity. And here's what the numbers look like. We need to keep moving away from that. I keep saying it because listen, those numbers are not new numbers. They've always been around. And even though there are that is out there in the public domain, like Jesus, you can fill a library with the reports from all the big four consultancy companies about when they've looked at how it makes business sense for diversity and how it makes business sense. So come on, white leadership team, it makes sense to have more underrepresented Black and brown people in your business because we help you make more money. But those numbers have always been there. And there's still some people that are going, CEOs really need to pay attention to this. No, do you know what? No, they don't, because they haven't. If making more money, not that I agree with that angle, if making more money is not enough for people to fundamentally change the way that they do business, the way that they hire, the way that they manage talent, the way that they progress people, the way that they give opportunity, the way that they pay people, if that's not enough, please give me something else that's gonna trump money. Excuse the phrase. So that is not enough. And just because we want it so, like it's the equivalent to keep doing all of this and showing, because I want to do my bit to show companies that they should take diversity seriously. Listen, you know what? I don't want companies to take diversity seriously. I want companies to take Black people and our opportunities seriously. That's what I want. So don't come to me about wrapping this up in diversity inclusion. I'm not interested. There's other people that can do that. There are other experts in that can do that. That's not what I am interested in. Black experiences, Black people is what I'm interested in. So I don't understand why it's taking so long. I don't understand why we're still dithering. I don't understand why leaders are not looking themselves in the mirror and going, where is my dithering coming from? Like I can tell you, I'll help you out. It's a rhetorical question. I already know the answer. Because they're thinking about, like, shit, how far do we want to take it as a business? So they're still, they're probably still having internal discussions because all of the directors are probably not on the same page in the way that means they're going to commit to doing anything differently. They're then also going, well, we've got COVID-19 to deal with and we've still got to reopen the businesses and. And they're going, we don't have the time, the resources, the teams are really stretched, so who are we going to get to go and do this? And they're probably going, well, why don't we just go and hire a diversity and inclusion person and then they can come and we can just add this as the work stream and go and sort that out. Like the example that I'm painting is for the businesses that have done Sweet FA. There are others I know directly and I know indirectly because you know what? Like their employees tell me stuff who are not doing that, who, they even, do you know what? I will accept not putting out the public statement to a point if I thought that they were doing stuff and listening and amplifying the voices of their Black employees. And there are a lot of businesses who I know directly, I know are doing that. So you get a pass, because this is not for you. Although I do want you to still commit to meaningful change, but you've already done some stuff. There are still other businesses where there are CEOs who have point blank refused to issue a statement to go and address this publicly, to go and address this internally with their workforce, like the whole teams. We're not even saying to their directors, like, like I know I shouldn't have to say this, but please make sure that you're reaching out and you're supporting our black colleagues through this. After all of this time, like I just don't understand. Well, I do. Because fundamentally, what they're hoping, going back to my points, we've had COVID-19, we've had the bit about resources, blah, blah, blah. What they're also hoping is this is going to be a storm in a teacup because it's going to pass, you know? And or until I get my head around, so until I've caught up with all the reading that I need to, because like there's all these resource lists flying around, until I've caught up with everything, then I feel like I'm not in a position to make an informed decision about what needs to change within the business because I don't know enough and I need to know more. Knowing full well that they're never going to know everything there is to know that about, but it's a delaying tactic. And all they're worried about social capital, and all they're worried about how the brand is going to be perceived, and all they're worried about their clients who are probably other predominantly white businesses. And they're thinking, shit, if they're not saying, they're looking, they've probably got somebody going, we've probably given them a list and go, just do me a favour, can you just go and do some digging and see which of these other businesses have put out a statement? They've probably cross-referenced that with their client list. Some people go, oh my gosh, Shereen is so cynical. No, I ain't cynical because I know what happens, my friends. I know what happens. That's what they're doing. And then they're going to use that to go, well, like they've done it. So, okay, but like the majority of our client base are these guys and they haven't. So we need to side with them because if we do that and they don't like it, then the potentially that's going to cost us some money. So, because this is how it all works. Like I would love to believe it doesn't, but this is how it all works. So I just want people to like check themselves. I want CEOs, I want leaders, I want you to check yourself and go, right, okay, what's taking you so long?